This week, there was a Florida lifeguard named Tomas Lopez. He made news for simply doing his job, and evidently he did it too well. He was sitting on his chair, you know those high chairs that the lifeguards sit on. I don't understand it, but he was sitting on this high bench, listening to music, chilling, doing his job, when a beachgoer ran up to him and told him that somebody was drowning. It happens every day on the beach. Like I said, he made news, not for saving someone, but for getting fired while doing it. You see, the company policy said that lifeguards cannot go beyond the perimeter of the beach that's outside the zone, in an area where signs warns visitors to swim at their own risk, even though he was violating policy. Lopez ran into the ocean toward the struggling man and pulled him ashore. He said, at that point, I knew I was going to be fired. I knew that I had broken a rule. In those cases, he says we're supposed to call 911 and hope somebody shows up in time. This man did his job. He went beyond his job description, and he saved a man who broke the law, a man who did not ask to be saved, and he did it knowing the penalty. I don't know about you, but I'm glad that when Jesus saw me sinking deep in sin, I was far from the peaceful shore. I was very deeply stained within, and I was sinking to rise no more. And when the master of the sea, when he heard my despairing cry, he jumped up, forgot his life jacket and his rescue donut. All he had was his divinity and his humanity. And he left the boundaries of heaven, and he came to the Milky Way. And as he approached earth, the devil said, "You're entering my zone. You're invading upon my world." But Jesus said, "Get behind me, Satan." And while I was drowning, he jumped into Mary's womb and was born of a virgin. When I needed CPR, he died on the hill of Golgotha. And when he came out of the borrowed tomb, he breathed life into my lungs. His divinity reached my gasping humanity. His oxygenated blood began pumping through my ventricles and atria. And they tried to discourage him, tried to make him turn around. But he said, "I'm going to save them come hell or high water." He said, "I would rather be in hell with them than in heaven without them." It's not business, devil, it's personal.